You ever set a big goal, you're all fired up, and then a few weeks later, poof, it's gone? Yeah, you're not alone. We've all got that graveyard of forgotten New Year's resolutions. But what if the problem isn't you? What if it's not about your willpower, but the actual plan you're using? Well, stick with me, because we're about to build a much, much better one.
So the whole problem really starts with how we talk about our goals. We tend to use these big, vague statements that sound super motivating at first, but they don't have any real structure to them, so they don't actually lead anywhere.
Okay, let's take a classic example. I will run faster. It sounds great, doesn't it? It's positive, it's about taking action. We've all said something just like it, right? Whether it's for sports or at work or some personal project. But here's the thing, hiding inside that simple sentence is a massive flaw.
So why do goals like this almost always fail? Your heart's in the right place. It's because it's just an idea. It's not a real plan. Think of it like a wish, not a roadmap. You can't measure it, you have no idea when you've actually succeeded, and there's no clear path to follow.
So how do we fix this? We need a completely new way of thinking, a new framework. We've got to ditch those vague wishes and get a proper toolkit that turns them into real, concrete targets you can actually hit. And that toolkit is called the SMARTER method. And here it is. This is the SMARTER framework. Specific, measurable, agreed, realistic, time-phased, exciting, and recorded. See, each letter stands for a key ingredient that's going to turn a fuzzy wish into a rock-solid plan. We're going to break down each one, but just at a glance, you can probably already tell this is way more powerful than just trying harder. This is our blueprint for success.
All right, time to get our hands dirty. Let's put this toolkit to the test. We're going to take that broken goal from before, I will run faster, and we're going to rebuild it from the ground up, one smarter step at a time.
Okay, first up is S, for specific. I will run faster. It's just way too vague. Faster than who? Faster than yesterday? In what race? See? By changing it to, I will improve my 100-meter time, a lot of that fog just disappears. Suddenly, we have a very clear target to aim for. Next up, M for measurable. Now, improving my 100-meter time is definitely better, but it's still not quite there. How much better? By how much do I need to improve? By adding a number, by 0.2 seconds, we've just created a finish line. Success isn't a feeling anymore. It's a cold, hard number on a stopwatch. You either hit it or you don't.
Then we've got A for agreed. Now, this one's all about getting on the same page and creating some accountability. You discuss it with someone, maybe a coach, your boss, even a friend. Just saying it out loud to someone else makes it more real. They can help make sure the goal is actually a good one. Challenging enough to be worth it, but not so crazy that it's impossible.
And that leads us perfectly into the next R, realistic. Look, if you say you're going to shave 3 seconds off your 100-meter time, that's just not going to happen. And when you fail, you're just going to get demotivated and probably give up. But 0.2 seconds? Now that is tough, for sure, but it's doable. It's in the realm of possibility. And setting a realistic goal is what keeps you motivated and in the game. Okay, on to T for time-phased. This one is absolutely crucial. This is where we add a deadline. A little bit of healthy pressure, right? Because let's be honest, a goal without a deadline isn't really a goal, it's just a dream. By tacking on, by the end of June, we've created a sense of urgency and given ourselves a timeline. We now know if we're on track or falling behind.
And now for E, exciting. This one's about the why. Why are you even doing this? The goal has to actually mean something to you personally. If it's not challenging or motivating, you'll just get bored. So maybe that faster time means you'll finally beat your rival or place higher in a big race. That's your why. It's the thing you're going to think about when it's cold and you don't want to train. Without that excitement, even the most perfect plan will just fizzle out.
And last but not least, the final R stands for recorded. Now, this might seem like the simplest step of all, but please do not underestimate how powerful it is. You have to write your goal down. Put it on a sticky note on your monitor. Make it your phone background. I don't care. Just make it visible. The act of writing it down transforms it from a fleeting thought into a real commitment. It's like a contract you make with your future self. And there we have it. The transformation is complete. Look at where we started, with that flimsy little wish, I will run faster. And look at what we built. I will improve my 100-meter time by 0.2 seconds by the end of June. Now that is a goal. That is a plan. That is something you can actually go out and do. But you know what? It's not just about hitting the target. The benefits of setting goals this way go way deeper. There's a really powerful psychological thing that happens here. especially when you're dealing with pressure and you need to perform. Let's talk for a second about anxiety. You know that feeling, right? When the stakes are high, that nervousness and worry just takes over. It can totally cloud your focus. Maybe your hands get sweaty, your heart starts pounding. It can physically mess with your performance. It's a huge barrier to being your best.
So what on earth does this have to do with setting smarter goals? Well, pretty much everything. A clear, well-defined goal is one of the best weapons you have against anxiety. Think about it. When you have a plan that you know is achievable, your confidence just shoots up. Your brain stops wasting all its energy worrying about what could go wrong, and instead it's lasered in on what you need to do. It gives you this incredible feeling of control, and that feeling of control is the ultimate antidote to worry.
So at the end of the day, it's really your call. You can stick with those vague wishes that honestly just lead to more anxiety and disappointment, or you can use a smarter plan that builds real confidence. One is basically a recipe for failure, and the other is a roadmap to victory.
So I want you to think about something right now, an ambition you have, something you really want to achieve. Is it just a vague wish, or is it a plan? Take that goal, that dream, and ask yourself, what's one broken goal that I can make smarter starting today?